guys, Red the Nerd here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Sandstorm. So yes, we're finally taking a look at a proper Transformers figure, instead of, me reviewing Transformer figures that I had for, like, the longest time, that's been sitting in my toy box for, like, almost 1,000 years collecting dust. And, you also got the core class figures that I've been taking a look at these past couple of months. I really do like the core class figures. They're really cool, and their articulation is actually kind of nuts for the size of them, except for Hot Rod. God damn, I can't believe that's an actual figure Hasbro decided to release. But yes, it's been quite a while since we have actually taken a look at a proper Transformers figure. The last time that I actually took a look at an actual proper Transformers figure, except for the ones that I dug out of my toy box, is Paleo Trex, and he's probably the only, he's gonna fit real nice with Sandstorm here, because Paleo Trex and Sandstorm are probably like the only two Beast Wars characters that I actually have in my collection. But yeah, this guy really caught my attention because he was in my price range, first of all, because I'm broke as hell, but also because I really like how the Scorpion mode is on this guy. There is one problem with the actual mode itself, but we will get to that when we get to it, so I don't want to spoil anything here. On the side of the box here, you got Sandstorm in his robot mode. A really great looking head sculpt there. But we'll get to that when we get to that as well. On the back here, you also got a nice picture of him in his robot mode and in his Scorpion mode here. Nothing much to say about the box here. It's the classic Transformers Legacy box here. But I really like how this box looks. It's all neon and cyberpunk looking. So yeah, that's about it for the box. So let's actually take a look at the actual figure. So here is Sandstorm, and man, this has got to be one of the best looking beast modes, or the best looking Beast Wars character that I have in my collection. Like I said, I only have 2 of them, including this guy here. So this is got to be one of the most coolest looking ones. And I know that this guy is actually a repaint. I always find the repaints of the original figure. This guy is actually a repaint of the only Scorpion Transformer that is close to my heart. That is Scorpionox. And he is pretty much the identical to that figure, just with some, paint haps here and there. I actually like the paint haps on this guy because it's more realistic with a tan and everything. And I really do, really do like how the paint job looks on this guy, better than Scorpionox, sadly. It just looks more realistic, especially when we get to Scorpion mode, that all this orange will make sense in the long run. Another thing that is new to this figure is the head sculpt here. The head sculpt is completely new. There's nothing, this is not a reuse of Scorpionox head mold. It is actually a completely new mold for Sandstorm here. And he kind of looks like, his head sculpt here looks kind of like Admiral Trench from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. You guys can see that, right? What he also kind of reminds me of, the big crab boy from One Punch Man. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, I can't unsee it now. Put a picture side by side, and you can't unsee it now. But taking a look at the closer looking on the details here, the whole entire skin here has, the whole, like, kind of molding on the skin here, is all looking really cool. I really like how it looks all bumpy and stuff like that. Try to give it more of a, kind of more of a texture, and more menacing looking with all these different spikes going across here as well. Really do like how that looks. And you also got kind of like this little spark, detail in there as well. On the legs here, you got some really more, of that bright orange as well. And then you can also see on the back of the foot here where you got another tan here, except for this one, but that comes important later, so keep that in mind. So yeah, but really nice orange all over. You even got like the little pinchers there with the little teeth on the pinchers as well, so that looks really cool. And you even got some more of that kind of that more bumpy texture on the actual Stinger there, and that looks really realistic there, so that looks really cool. And the purple is not too distracting for me. I actually like how the tan, the orange, and the purple kind of mash together to get a more cohesive looking robot mode, and Scorpion mode as well. So it just looks really nice. And also, by the way, I do have these you don't actually have to do these. I just put these because you're supposed to put them on the back, or you're just supposed to do this. which this just makes it a pain to pose and everything, where you got all these legs spread out like that. So I just put these two leg ball joints here on the back, these ones over the shoulders, and these ones sticking out the side. It just makes it a lot more cleaner, but it does make his back a little bit messy, but that's just on my part. So you can literally do whatever you want with these legs because they are just on ball joints and nothing else. So yeah, you can get some crazy leg poses, and you can also move the legs to your heart's content to whatever you're comfortable with. For the robot mode. The scorpion mode, we'll get to that. But so for the articulation here, the head here is on a ball joint, classic. He can look up that far, and he can't look down at all because he's got these big man abs here. So you got a 360 rotation at the arms here, and in and out at the shoulder here. You got a bicep swivel as well. You got a bend. Hold on. You got a bend at the elbow here, and you even got a wrist swivel here, and the actual pincers themselves can actually open as well. Both of them can open really wide as well, so then you can kind of get some more scorpion pinching moments here. And this is actually supposed to, this entire section is actually supposed to go inward, but it makes him a little bit, it makes him look a lot more smaller than he actually is. It makes his legs a little bit disproportionate, personally for me, so I just kind of have these extending here, but it also kind of gives him an ab crunch here, so you can kind of fake an ab crunch here, so like that as well. He does also have a waist swivel as well. For the legs here, he can kick that far, and he can move back that far. You got a thigh swivel. You got a pretty good bend of the knee, I would say. You also got a ankle pivot here, but that's more for the transformation. And you even got a up and down at the entire foot section right here, so you can get some really good pivots with this guy. For the scorpion tail on the back here, you got a hinge joint here, and you also got a hinge joint here. And this stinger right here is also on a ball joint, so you can get some crazy stinger poses and stuff like that. And this entire section is also on a hinge joint as well. So there's 2 hinge joints. There are actually 3 hinge joints and 1 ball joint in this entire tail section here. And like I mentioned before, all these legs here, they're all on ball joints as well. But yeah, really cool. I really like how this guy looks. Even though that he is just a repaint of Scorponok, but I really do like how this guy looks. I like his head sculpt. It looks a lot more menacing, and it looks a lot more Scorpion-like with all these like little teeth in there as well. He does have accessories. He only comes with 2 accessories here. You get some really nicely painted metallic purple missiles here, so you can plug them into any of his pincers here. So you can just plug him in like so, and that can actually, he can look like he's about to fire some missiles, and he can still close his pincers with the missiles in him. That sounds weird, but with the actual missiles tabbed in here, but you can't close the entire, you can't close his claw when he has the missiles at a sideways angle, so you're only going to have to do it straight, pretty much. And then you also have a Cyber Bee right here, which is also, these accessories come with Scorponok as well, but they're just repainted. Cyber Bee right here looks really nice. Got the really nice tan and orange and the purple as well, so it complements him as well. Then you can open this claw up, and then you can plug the Cyber Bee into his pincer right there, so he can fire it at Optimus Primal or other characters like that, and it can still close pretty fine as well. But yeah, very nice. I really do like the accessories that you come with, even though that they are repaints. But I really do like how the accessories look how the accessories actually look with this guy. Looks him a lot more menacing, so he's about to, fire some cool missiles and stuff. So, for transformation here, what you want to do is that you just want to move these legs if you have them like I have. Then you want to come over here and you want to get your grubby little fingernails and pry the chest open, and you also got some really nice spark detail in the chest here. Now, you just want to bring the head down right here. It will not go all the way in his chest. It will only go this far. So it will look really, this looks really ugly, but it will have a use later. I mean, it doesn't really do much, but we'll get to that. Then you want to bring the shoulders up, or the arms, I should say. Bring them up as well. Then you want to fold these down right here. Then you want to spin them around like so. Make sure that they're close together. And then you want to bring these boys down like so. There we go. Bring these legs out. And then they will soft lock downward like so. Then you want to unhinge this entire back section here. Then you can see the scorpion head here. Then you just want to pry the scorpion head out. Then you're going to lock scorpion here. Put the head like that. Make sure everything's all nice like that so it looks more scorpion-like. Fold these legs down here. Coming to the legs here, you want to, for this leg right here, there's going to be a little tab in the foot and a little tab right here. Then you just want to connect them together. They don't really do much, but it is useful. Then what you want to do is that you want to spin this entire waist section here. Then get this together. Bring this down right here. And then there is two little notches here. And then there are some grooves right between this mushroom peg joint right here. Bring that down. Then this entire little tan section right here is going to weave through the scorpion tail right here. So that's how you know which foot goes where. So if it has the tan section right here, it's going to go with the tail. And if it doesn't, it's going to go right here. Then you want to bring this over here. Kind of want to bring this right here. Oh, it's kind of hard to do this. Want to use this hinge joint here. Flip this around. Put that entire foot in the, or this leg in the chest somewhat, and then you just kind of want to leave it like that so it kind of fills up his chest. Fold out these legs here, and here you have Sandstorm in his scorpion mode. And looks alone, just looking at it from the front, I really like how the scorpion mode looks. It looks so much more realistic, in my opinion, than Scorponok's robot mode. But I much prefer Scorponok as a character over Sandstorm here because, you know, Transformers and all that stuff. Transformers, the movie that is, the 2007 one. And he looks a lot more like Scorponok in that movie, color-wise at least. He's a lot more tan in that movie, instead of, you know, black and stuff like that. The legs here, really nice detail on the legs. I didn't get that but looks really nice with the leg detail as well. Looks a lot like, oh god, Waspinator's legs without the little, you know, spikes over there. So it looks really nice right here. You get the same pinchers here, and you also got the tail right here. So you can see the more of that kind of crest-like detail here. With all these little armor plates going through all the tail and stuff like that in the entire body. But yeah, this looks really nice, except one issue. And you may be wondering, why does it do like this? Did you mistransform him? Nope. This is pretty much, it either goes like this, or it goes like that. You prefer. This is how the instructions point it, and this is how every YouTuber transforms him. It does not transform more than this. So it sticks out like a really sore thumb, and it makes him extremely wobbly. He's like a fucking spinning top toy. I'm sorry for the language, but like, why? I know I was like giving the Scorpion mode a lot of credit for looks, but as an engineering standpoint, the legs here are kind of terrible. It does not It does not look great, and I don't know how people can actually put up with this. It looks terrible, and I don't want to be saying this because I actually wanted this figure to be good, and I thought that it was going to be good, and then when I transformed him, I was a little bit confused because I thought he was going to fold up a little bit more. It would have been better if you actually had this entire foot kind of actually go like this, right? Into there, and then you have the leg folded up, so it's a nice smooth down here, but no. That would make their job a little too hard. So this is how you go. So this is all it goes, and you have the head here, which doesn't actually fully go in. So it just kind of has this gaping hole right here, and it looks a little bit weird. But from the front, it doesn't look too bad. But when you look it over, it literally looks like Scorponok's 2007 toy. You remember that when he had that stupid robot alt mode? Oh my god, it looked terrible. This is literally what this reminds me of. It just looks, I don't like how this guy transforms from an engineering standpoint. I mean, you got like the legs and the actual tail folding out and the actual scorpion head, that looks cool, and the arms, everything like that. It's just the legs. The legs are my problem. The head I can pass. The head I can completely forgive. The legs themselves, I cannot forgive the legs. But I don't want to rant, but for the actual articulation, same articulation with the actual arms here, except they can only move like this now, so it just moves in and out pretty much. And then, you know, you got the biceps or the bicep swivel. You got the elbow here that only moves side to side this time. The wrist swivel still moves. The claws still open. No head articulation for the scorpion head. For the tail here, you can see that this doesn't always plug in. It's just kind of floppy there, so it kind of looks like this. I'm guessing, well, actually, that looks way better. That looks 10 times better. Okay, I'm keeping this guy, and I'm transforming him like this. Just use this hinge joint right here, guys. If you don't like it like this, have it like this. And then you can just pose it like this. It will look a lot more better, and he will actually stand up, and the legs will actually touch the ground this time. That's another complaint that I have, by the way, I didn't mention. When you put him, the legs don't even touch the ground. So I'm going to put him like this. This is how I'm going to transform him. I mean, it looks really stupid right here, but it will actually stand up properly instead of, you know, making the claws hold him. So it actually looks a lot better. Let me bring this down here so it actually looks a lot better. And it gives them more of a, you know, menacing look with the tail high up in the air and stuff. So I'm gonna do this from now on. I just discovered something new. Can you believe it, guys? I discovered something completely new with this guy. But yeah, for the legs here, they're just on ball joints, like I mentioned. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, same articulation with the tail, except there's no actual hinge joint. It's just one hinge joint here and one hinge joint at the stinger joint right here. And the ball joint is still here. But yeah, Scorpion mode looks alone. I really do like how the Scorpion mode looks with the tan and everything, and the purple complements the orange and the tan really well. The beady red eyes look really nice as well. Engineering standpoint, I hate it because it's supposed to be like this, but I'm going to do it like this. But still, this should not be an issue. It should have been a lot more better, and I shouldn't have, you know, compromises here. So I don't know why I have to compromise this entire thing when it should have just been, you know, a completely fine engineering from the beginning here. But yeah, I really do like this guy overall. The articulation is really nice. The size is a decent size. The Scorpion mode looks awesome except from the engineering standpoint. But everything else looks really great, and I love it. But yeah. That's going to do it for me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't care what you do, because you know what time it is. So, bye, guys.